Alright, this is me. Game audio, stick up. Do I even have the game audio? I feel like I have. Yeah, the game audio pretty low. Okay, boom. Secret pep. No. I wish. I wish. How many green hide just if I hatched by now? It must be a stupid amount. What's our goal here? I still need a couple more shinies. Um, 250 lunar, easy enough. Actually, what am I doing? I need to get some pots. I need to get some stuff. Not good rewards. Okay. Nothing from there. Maybe the merchant can give me something better. Not really. I'm just gonna have to refreshes are good in an hour's time. And again, nothing there. Just royal keys. Ugh. Something from this. Oh, there we go. Lucky evolved from that. Where are we doing? 250 Luna. Yeah, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm surprised how infinite storage is. I knew it was gonna be a lot of storage, but like, jeez. The amount, it's like not went up at all, and I just have so many of these easy pets that I just don't have on auto delete. My bubble team's gonna be terrible from this event because I'm getting like one good pet from it if we even make it in the top 500. And those diamond Exariums, I'm not gonna have enough of them by the time that egg leaves. How long is the 100 million egg staying for? Is it staying for that much longer? Because when I need to lock in on grinding that egg once this tournament thing's over so that I can actually get some good pets from it. I have like nothing. I have what? 3 I think I have like 3 golden pufferfish and then like 2 shiny diamond Exariums. I have nothing from it. In an ideal world it would be replacing my dual corns with Exariums, but I don't know how long I'm gonna have to grind that. I do not know. I'm also wasting a lot of time, like I know it's for the points, but like I'm wasting a ton of time just hatching these really easy eggs. In terms of leaderboard, I'm not wasting time because I think hatching these easy eggs with good speed boosts, for me as a player, is the fastest way to do so, at least from when you're actively playing. This is the best method for me because like mythics are so unreliable. But then again, like is this tournament gonna be worth it? Am I like all this time I could have spent getting the 100 million egg down? Maybe I could have gone a secret. Maybe I could have gotten that trophy. But then again, like that trophy is like really easy. Well, it's really hard to hatch for the value it's gonna have because I believe it does have a lot of hatches. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Yep, I mean, the aim of the game is just to be as active as possible. Just, especially for me, because I AFK'd on an iPhone until the Easter update came out and it broke AFK hatching. So now I just kind of have to like really put into work during the day and just actively grind a bunch if I want to stay on top of the leaderboards. I think I'm doing fine. I'm definitely in the lower end of my team because I can't AFK, but I'm not the worst on my team. So I think I'm doing fine. Mythics. I would do mythics, but even, like, I was on a spike egg with, it was a 25x luck spike egg with full evolved potions and an infinity elixir. It was on for like 8 minutes and I didn't get a single mythic. Not one. So that's kind of why I don't trust the mythic rewards, even if they give slightly more stuff. Almost caught up to Saren. Where is Saren on the board thingy? 4,100. Damn. I don't know how you do it. I mean, I'm not that far off in the middle of the road. I'm like 10k points away. You always find a 5 times spike. Yeah, they don't spawn for me. Like, I don't know why. They straight up do not spawn for me. Oh, wrong egg. Mythics are unreliable. It takes a few minutes to hours. I wouldn't say hours, but it definitely takes longer than the eggs. The good thing about eggs is you know how long you're gonna be spending on them. You're not gambling. With the shinies, you can, like, shinies are common enough to where you can rely on it, but yeah. Best dressed AFK bubbles or actively hatch eggs. Well, actively hatch eggs, and if you can hatch overnight, then, or if you can do overnight stuff, then blow bubbles overnight. That's the real method. I think the reason our team's losing ranks right now, but it's because we only have 5 out of our 6 online. To be fair, Sonic's been really active. I think they just accidentally disconnected. That might be out of their control. They're already the highest in our group anyways, so it doesn't really matter too much. And we have a decent lead over the top 500, so I'm hoping we're gonna be fine. It must feel crazy for the people that are... I can imagine people playing this, that they're just doing the tournament normally, trying to grind, and they get like a quest to do 250 Nightmare X, and they just hatch the Overlord. I'm sure that's happened a bunch. You must have like double the heart rate from me, even in just a normal secret hatch. If that ever happened. Gosh, I need to get up my bubble game. I'm the second best in the server right now of eggs, but my bubbles are lacking so much. I can't AFK overnight, so bubbles really don't mean anything to me, unless they're gonna have, but I feel like bubbles might have a bigger use in the new world, because they said they're basically, the goal for Rumble Studios is to make everything have a bigger purpose, so I'm assuming bubbles are gonna be more important. But right now, the only reason I should bubble is for if there's a 250 times like selling point. That's really the only reason to bubble. Or to do the genie quest, but they take instantly. You just accidentally do them. It's kind of pain to do these spot eggs and ice eggs and all the easy ones because you know you're not gonna get anything from them. Like I can't even get like mystery gifts from this because there's no legendary for mythics. So it is kind of annoying, but I have to do it to stay afloat. I have to grind these eggs. Also, I think I'm chilling with coins. Like, I'm at a very low point right now, but usually I end up being at like 300 billion when I sell the 250 times coin bit. Which, for not having the 2 times coin game pass, is actually really good, I think. I think I'm gonna be fine with eggs for a while. At least for this next update that comes out. How much does the 100 million egg even cost? I don't even know. It costs $1 million. How much is $1 million compared to everything else? Okay, it's actually relatively cheap. It's cheaper than a rainbow egg. Still kind of expensive, but not actually that bad. I thought it'd be higher. I thought it'd be like 1.5 million. I guess it's not only active grinding, you need to have constant speed potions on. I feel like that's another thing that's necessary. Because that's what's gonna give you like the slight edge, I feel like. Also, I really hope they buff the alien shop. That alien shop is like really useless. Like, stupidly useless. Same with the chest. I feel like one letdown I had with BGSI, I don't have many, but one of them is that they really acted like it wouldn't be a game that you need to AFK much and you would need to be constantly grinding, which was true for the past, like, first couple days, but then after that, the game just became, like, it had the same problems. It had the same exact problems. They said we would be returning to islands a lot, and I'll be honest, like, the only island I returned to is Zen for quests and for the black market, Void. With the new 250 times gum thing, I'm never going to the third island. I never will ever have a reason to go to the space island because I can just unlock masteries from my UI. And no one uses the spin to win, and the chest kinda sucks there, so again, it's actually the exact same amount of islands you're returning to in this game than the original BGS. Which is kind of my problem. Golden keys and mystery boxes. Here's the thing. I already have a bunch of the abyssal dragons that you get for that gold chest, and I have 700 something golden keys. Okay, like there's a point where I don't think I need to, like I have 888 golden keys. There's a point where I think that I don't need to go and restock at the alien shop for like 3 more golden keys. Maybe gifts, but you get mystery boxes, like mystery gifts so often that I don't need to go. I can't remember the last time I bought from the alien shop. It just feels like time wasted I could be spending on hatching eggs. Maybe, or like, if you don't have game passes, I guess I could see it. Why do you make a shiny abyssal dragon? I could grind to get more abyssal dragons for a shiny one, but again, that's a bunch of time opening a gold chest that I could be using hatching eggs. I've already used most of mine. I don't have many now. I used them all on this event to get potions. I only have like 200 now. I'm gonna wait to open these Series 1 and Season 1 eggs, but I have quite a few of those. Welcome back, Sonic. I swear, a golden box is that hard to get. Like, I've only gotten 10. I feel like I just don't have enough, or I don't have the amount I should have. Maybe I need to blow more bubbles for this event. Hi, Forest. Welcome. I feel like I should have, I don't know. I feel like I should have more of them. But again, that's time wasted not hatching. Go boxes are definitely not meant to be easy. Yeah, it's just, like, when I'm looking at value lists, I'm seeing like the Midas and the tiered pets actually don't have too much value. Like, let me pull up that's not it. That's also not how you spell values. There we go. Like, this is the value list I use, and the Midas is only like 175. For a pet that's apparently supposedly that rare, is it really like only 75 higher than an Umbra? Like, it seems like it should be at least 250 for how rare that is. Is about, I mean, maybe, and it's going down as well. It's gonna be lower than that soon. What's the other one you can get? Is the Patronus the one from the other one? I think it is. I may be wrong by saying that. But is this the rare version of it? Wow, we nearly have the whole the whole hatching team in the chat right now. I swear, if I hatched a secret on stream, that would be the coolest thing ever. I know it's not gonna happen, but it would be. This guy had a shiny Patronus worth 7,500. That's that's a lot of value. 7,500. What's that? Like in with Overlord's 850. Like, imagine how rare that is. Is that more than a gem? What's it called? Wait, we can look up his value. I don't know why I'm trying to guess. Godly gem. It is. Shiny. Yeah, 7,500 value. That would make it, that's like, if it was a secret, it would be the third rarest secret. That's crazy. Basically is. Overseer. Overseer is gonna go down in value so much, but because all of us that have, like, everyone in the top 500 has a stupid amount of these Series 1 eggs, like an unnecessary amount, so its value actually isn't gonna be that good. I don't think. Like, it'll be okay. It's not like it's gonna be terrible, but I don't think it's going to have the best value. Especially since the ones in the top 500 are getting them are the people that trade anyways. I just don't see any of those pets having that high value. I think the Golden Box ones will, but like the Midas and the Patronus, they're definitely gonna rise in value. I don't know. To me, the Patronus is just like a mini Dementor. I don't know if it's because it looks somewhat similar, but to me, it's just a mini Dementor. I don't know, I'm just saying, when this event's over, we should all open the Series 1 egg at once and just see who gets the most stuff. Just see the chats, like, flying through saying we get all those pets. Because, like, think about it, 16,000, how much is that? If we all had, like, 20,000 by the end of it minimum. 20,000 times 6, all at once. Oh, you're already at, see, some of us are already at nearly 20k. 16, 20. I think I'm around the same. 18. Okay, I'm nearly at 20 anyways. Okay, so say we have 30. Say like 25k by the time it shows up. Oh, yeah, the throwback egg has less than a day. Does the throwback egg leave like as soon as this event, like this tournament thing leaves. I know it says it ends in one. Oh no, that's that. It says it ends in 1 day, but like, is it 22 hours? Does it go at the same time? It would make sense if it does. Hold on, quick Dementor? In like 3 eggs? Yeah, no. Yeah, they announced throwback egg when season 1 ends, or on next update. Yeah, so we have 22 hours left. Right? Is that how much we have left of this season, of this like a tournament? Dropping a lot. But we're expected to drop. This is around the time we drop off, and then we pick it back up in the morning. Or like midday, our time. We basically just have to hope that us like averaging at 350 is able to like hold our spot for the next day. Cause like it does, if we get 201, it's no different from getting 500. We just have to stay in the 500. It doesn't matter what position we're in the 500. We just need to be in the 500. And tomorrow I won't have the I don't have an exam to the 6th of May. So I won't need to leave at like some random point in the day to attend that. You know how dumb my exam was? It went well. I'm sure I got an A. But the problem was, I'm in Scotland. So the Scotland exam is like a bit different from how the usual exams go. And so there was like every school in Scotland has, they can choose like 2 physical environment topics to study. And that's the 2, and then you answer those 2 on the test. On the day of the test, you answer the 2 that you've studied at your school. But they list like the, what is it, 6 different ones that your school could have chosen from. So basically, there were 6 questions. I only needed to answer 2 of them. I've moved schools so much, to the point where I've taken geography so many times in different classes to where I've like studied the things that we didn't study at my school before. So going into the test, I end up just like instinctively, accidentally answering those questions that I wasn't supposed to, and wasted a whole like half an hour of my exam doing questions that I wasn't supposed to do. Funny thing is, I crossed them out just to be safe, but funny thing is, like I probably got them right. But just to be safe, crossed them out. I stalled a bunch of time at the end of the test. I think I did fine. I don't think the BGSI grind affected my score too much. There's probably a couple questions where I could have added a bit more detail into my answers, but I'm sure it's fine. I think usually I'm a top scorer in that class, like in school anyways. So, should be an A. Someone just got a shiny dual corn. Congrats. It's a pretty good hatch. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. I'm so surprised the ice egg was like came back. This like ice shard egg came back into the BGSI and wasn't like, because this is like the most useless egg in my opinion in regular BGS. This or the spot egg. So I'm surprised, and I think this was the less popular one. So I'm surprised that this is what stayed. To be honest, everything stayed in the original game. It's just the original game with like some extra stuff. And I think that's what BGS needed. Like in this day and age, I think BGS could still thrive. Pet Simulator was like dying, and people wanted a replacement. BGS's only issue was it's already had that many updates. It just needed a reboot, and this is exactly what it was. And it's what people needed. All they needed to do was to make it like visually stand out and be like a modern, have modern visuals. What's crazy is I've seen some people like comment saying this still looks like a game from 2018 or it doesn't have good visuals. I don't get what they're on about. Like if this game existed in 2018, I would be mad impressed. Okay, there's now moths in my room. I should shut my door. It is nearly 11 p.m. I don't know why I have my window wide open. I'll be back. What? My window was closed. My window was open. Just a random moth chilling in my room, I guess. Sure. Is that it? No, that was the alien shop sound. $4.50, $2.50 spiky egg. You have 500 million before the competition. 30 billion now. That's crazy. I really hope, I want the developers, I want Rumble Studios to add this in the game. I think it would be hilarious if in some random egg, like the ice shard egg, or the spike egg, or the magma egg, or the spot egg, there's just like a pet that's like 1 in 5 quadrillion, or 1 in 5 quintillion. And they just never said anything about it. There's no way to prove it exists, but it is there. And so then, like, a year after the game's release, some random Joe Schmuck who's opened like 100 eggs at most, just randomly gets like this rarest pet of all time, and it's just the most broken thing ever. I would find that hilarious. It should just make it the King Doggy, but it's like the actual size of the King Doggy. It's the true King Doggy. Also, question for people watching. I don't know how many are actually watching, but how many eggs do you think are going to appear in the Candyland update? Is Candy World just going to be like the same amount of eggs? Do you think it's gonna be the same amount of eggs as the original Candy World, or do you think it's gonna be different? Do you think it's gonna be less or more? Yo, we added Silently's pet and a random egg. You're never gonna guess where. Rumble Studios. They just give a little hint like 6 months after it was originally added. And then there's now just hundreds of thousands of players AFKing and all the bots AFKing on like the spotted egg, only for it to be in a completely different one. Or they just say it's in the spotted egg, but it isn't. It's just some random egg. Less or equal? Yeah, I mean, going off of this, I would say it's the same, because like we have every egg here, right? I don't think we're missing one. We have the common, spotted, ice was in BGS, spike was in BGS, these 3 were in BGS, these 4 were in BGS. We have the same amount. I'm guessing it's the same amount. I do wish they kind of did original updates, but because everything's been reskinned so far, like everything has been reskins, and stuff that I didn't, that like the Patronus, stuff that I thought was the original pets, I found out actually weren't, and they were BGS pets. So I kind of hope they start doing some original stuff soon. I think everything in the Series 1 egg is original, if I'm not wrong. So that might be the start of it. We'll see. Like, I just hope we get one unique secret. I want there to be a secret that isn't just like a reskin, it's like an actual new secret. Like, I'm not counting the silly dog and a man-face gun, because they're kind of joke secrets. I want like a legitimate secret that's new. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. I'm only 500k. I'm less than 500,000 eggs away from the heart. I forget what it's called. The reward pet. Even then, silly doggies from pet catchers, so not really. What? Are they taking stuff from their other? I didn't play pet catcher, so I don't know. The silly doggies not original either. Okay, this is starting to just feel lazy then. I'm straight begging. I hope they did say after Candy World is gonna be New World, so maybe then we get some original stuff. But I'm just begging for something original. And people send King Soul. Yeah, that's what it was. People send in fan art of pets all the time, and they look so cool. I'm like, why don't you add some of those? Null Void is what I thought. No, you're kidding. You're kidding. I don't believe that. Why would they just randomly add? I doubt that. I'm looking that up. Oh, what? It ain't even original? Wait, was that fan art? Honestly, that looks better than... That looks better than the Null Void we have. Like, unironically, the colors pop more there and it looks more complete. What the hell? Getting ripped off. Okay, I guess there's like no new pets. Let me guess. The parasite's actually from pet catchers somehow. No, okay. I think that one might be original. But yeah, why don't they just like take inspiration for some fan art? Like some of these, let me go on here. Some of these are super cool. Let me just reset my egg so that okay, no, we still have a bit to hatch from that. Like, let me find a cool one. I mean, there's some cool ideas. Like, all I need to do is just scroll up a bit, and I'll find one that actually looks sick. Like, look at that! Mythic Fossilized Beast. Mythic Watcher's Core. These, I would love these as a pet. They look sick. Why can't you just copy that? Put that in somehow. Could we get some of that? The summer ones as well looked great. Like, we already have such chappy, but give this thing. What is this? Give this. It looks like cubes. Please. Please. I'm begging. I'm begging. Just let your community have some, add some pets. I think all season 1 pets are original. I'm hoping. I don't see why they would be a copy of anything, because they haven't done anything like this from what I know. Like, yeah, they've done season, like, clan, kind of like clan battles. It happened in the original BGS, but it was just like one person. But they never gave out, like, special eggs for completed rewards, I don't think. But then again, I may be wrong. I never played Mining Simulator 2 or Pet Catchers or Bubblegum Simulator Tower Defense or their other games. I only played Mining Simulator and BGS. Pet Catchers felt too slow at some points, like in the middle end of playing it. It felt way too slow and clunky. And then Mining Simulator 2 I just like never had interested in. It just felt like they were trying to bring in BGS into Mining Simulator when that's not what Mining Simulator needed. They're two very separate games. And that just felt like BGS all over again when it wasn't. Like, that's not the point of Mining Simulator. You know, I think my Xbox 360 is arriving soon. I ordered one because I'm feeling nostalgic. I want to play some old games that from my childhood, but I don't know when it's coming. They have my parcel. I don't know when it's coming. Apparently it should be tomorrow, but I doubt it. For me, Pack Catchers was fun while it lasted and while it wasn't extremely grindy. And before they ruined the economy, I never played Mining Simba. I'll say Pack Catchers was a cool concept. While it wasn't my thing, and I do think it had a lot of flaws, I do think it should have survived longer than it did. But I think that's mostly because after Mining Simulator 2, people just, like, expected BGS2 to be the new thing, right? They expected that to be next. Because if Mining Simulator got one, then surely their more popular game, the BGS, would get one. So when Pet Catchers released, people played it and were like, hold on, this isn't Bubblegum Simulator. They kind of got, I feel like that just kind of drew them away. And they reused pets in that game as too. They reused the Kraken, right? I remember the Kraken, I think, is a thing in that game. I think that's my one problem with Rumble Studios. The one thing that Rumble Studios is bad at is reusing assets. They reuse stuff from a lot of their old games. Isn't necessarily a bad thing, but when you're doing so much of it, it's kind of a problem. What's an example of like a good way to reuse assets? I don't know if you watched them, but like Glitch Animation, I believe in their animations, they're different series, they reuse some assets, but they do it very sparingly, so you don't really notice unless like you're a hardcore fan and really like dive into the details of each episode. With a game like this, but where you're constantly looking at everything and you're constantly seeing everything, reusing a bunch of those assets just feels a bit cheap. But I get it. I try to do a really fast upload schedule, like update schedule, which I think is what they should be doing at the start. They need to outcompete Pat Sim like at the start of their life to give them a good run, and they're doing so pretty well. Last time I checked, BGS was actually the third most popular game on the site, which is really surprising. Yeah, it still is. It's above Blox Fruits. We're above Blox Fruits. Pet Simulator went under 60k. I haven't seen that in a long while. Like, we're the third highest game, and they're the 18th. Yeah, look at this. When was the last time it went below? Well, it went below, okay, it went below here in April. So maybe not, but it did, I'm pretty sure there's a downward trend. I mean, they randomly have these spikes, these update spikes, but I think this is going, yeah, because look, they were averaging 100k here, and by here they're averaging under 100k. So Pet Sim is dying. I don't think it's dying soon. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. It's kind of like a too big to fail game, but it is slowly dying. Pets Go is to the grave, but like looking at this game's stats is just sad. It's just sad. Like, what happened? Up until Halloween, they were doing great. You see, the dip immediately starts here when like the Halloween update happens and everything goes pay to win. The game was actually not that bad. It was still an RNG game, so it was like barely a game. But it was at least fun. It was at least fun until the dice into them, where you have to like pay for a bajillion dices now, and it became impossible for free-to-play players to get huges, but it became easy as bacon for pro players, pay-to-win players, to get huges. Right. Back to chat. Where is it? Bro, I swear. Getting popular on YouTube has to be the most like luck-based thing to ever exist. Like, even with my experience on my other channel, you would think I would know how to get a video to pop off, but they just don't. Yeah, 358, we're making a comeback. Making a comeback. I think we're set for the top 500. I doubt we would go under. Unless there's like a random giant wave at the last hour of like people switching to like a certain like different teams to get into the top 500 and it pushes a bunch of people out. I just don't see a world where we at our current pace don't get to the top 500. How many hikes do I need to hatch? Raw key. I need to spend my raw keys at some point. Thanks for the sub, Luca. Bum, bum, bum. I mean, there have to be like 100 new teams for that to happen with new people, so yeah, that ain't happening. Sure, but they can join already existing teams. I don't know. It's just a possibility. It's just a possibility. We just need to hope the people below us don't like start ramping up in like the last hours, or we might have to fight for a slight bit. But I think we're chilling. I think we should only be worried if we get into like the top 400. If we go below 400. Even like 380 maybe. No, I think we're good. It really all just comes down to overnight how many places we fall. I'm really letting our team down by not being able to AFK hatch overnight. I mean, I'm trying to put in the work, but not being able to overnight blood bubbles or hatch is kind of becoming an issue. But I mean, it's been working for the past 3 days. I don't see why it'll kill us in this last day. Oh, okay, that quest. That's really bad. 2,500 eggs for that many stars. Let me get some more rerolls. Okay, we can just grind the 100 mil egg with this. Another royal key. I still haven't done this invite friend thing, but this is really not worth it anymore. You know, since I'm waiting to get this bubble quest, why do I spin to win? Might as well. Yeah, no, I don't know what I expected. There we go. And then now we shall AFK on. Before we do, hold on, watch this, watch this, watch this. Virus. Yeah, no, nothing. So those eggs hate me, I never get anything good from them. Turns out you can't split screen on mobile. There's a lot of things you can't do on mobile, Roblox related, it's kind of annoying. I wonder what the inventory of this guy, Akenis, I wonder what it looks like now. Does he have a channel? Do you even know what his inventory looks like? Yeah, because he has such a big lead over everyone. Like, the guy in, like, 2nd and 3rd, they have, and 4th, they have relatively similar, like, amounts. He's just on it, 5.9 million. He's a stupid amount ahead. How much do you even need to, like, get on the board? Ooh, 3.8 million, that's so much. Wow, no, this game's kind of hard to do a good conversation. I don't really know what to say other than What can I do to pass the time? Give me some questions. I do some questions. Or I'm gonna be just staring at screen saying nothing all day. Just clicking ASMR, I guess. Wow, the most interesting thing I can think of. None of you can hear that. It's my SEO device. Wow, amazing. What's my favorite color? Apparently, I've been told. Well, I know, I haven't been told. When I was really young, it used to be. Wow, it used to be so amazing. It used to be black. That's such a crazy color. It's your favorite color. But now it's purple. It's been purple for a couple years. I'm trying to think of a color I don't like. A color okay, any form. I don't know, there's like specific colors I don't like. Like, I don't like specific colors of blue. Like this color, blue, that's a terrible color. I don't like it. It's more gray. Like any blue that's not really light or really dark and it's just kind of like an ugly middle ground, I don't like. Orange, I guess orange as well. Like orange is just a weird mix between red and yellow. Like yellow's got its pros, red's got its pros. Orange is just like kind of the mid version of them. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a fan of blue. I really don't dig blue. Now every time I look at it now, the only blue I like is like ocean water blue. It's the only color of blue I like. I don't know the term for that, but it's really just the ocean. I think that's more just like in the ocean than the color. I'm trying to look for other colors to say. Green's like okay. Again, I think it's good in nature, but like artificial green, eh. Does gray count? Because I guess gray's pretty bad. There we go. We saved the whole like 3 minutes of the stream. I was able to rant for that long. I think asking what someone's favorite color is kind of a basic question, but I think when asking about color, what I ask people is what's their favorite like color pattern. Like if they had to mix two colors together into like a style of something, like which two colors match the best together. I think that's a more interesting one, more varied answer. Right, I think we need another one. I've immediately ran out of stuff to say again. I thought that would revitalize something in me. To become, I guess brown. Brown's another color that exists that's not very good. Actually, brown might be my least favorite. It was brown, dude. What's my favorite chemical element? I have a couple favorite chemical elements. Let me think. There's a couple. There's like 2 contenders in my favorite. One of them, element 111RG. That has to be up there. That has to be up there. Second of all, there's one that I'm forgetting the name of it. I'll need to bring up the periodic table. I guess potassium and uranium. Uranium are pretty cool. But there's a specific one that I've always said is my favorite, but I'm just forgetting. Where is it? Because I did a project on it like ages ago. Oh, I'm like I'm really forgetting. Elements names listed. Why can I not remember his name? I believe there is more than 20 elements. Guys, come on. We're gonna find my favorite. It's somewhere in here. tungsten. Okay, it's like I knew what tungsten was, but I didn't know if its name was... Like, I didn't know it was... I thought it had a different name for its element. But yeah, tungsten is up there. Tungsten. Mercury, actually, maybe mercury, because my tuna has mercury, and I love tuna. So maybe that. There is some that I hate. There is some ones that I really hate. There's a specific one that I have actual beef with when it comes to... I can only guess what element one when I choose your favorite slaw, yeah. Rubidium was your favorite for a while. That's a good pick. That's high up there for me. Where is it? Maybe I'll find it on like an actual periodic table instead of this. I want one I can read. These are all like so tiny, but I can't read that. Here we go. Here we go. Where's the one that I hate? We'll find it. It'll ring a bell. I haven't been... I need to get back on my chemistry again. I'm crashing higher chemistry. I don't know. I need to remember it. Why can't I remember what it's called? This is really not showing my chemistry knowledge. Okay, I knew the name. I was just trying to remember the symbol. Yeah, I hate this. It's sodium, right? I have no problem with sodium. I'm chill with sodium, right? But when you start using the symbol Na for sodium, like, it doesn't even have an N or an A in its name. So why are you calling it sodium? Potassium ain't better either. Where's potassium? You know, I love potassium. It's in the bananas, right? But why are we a K? Why are we a K? Why is potassium a K? That's terrible. That's so stupid. Again, potassium doesn't even have the letter K in it. Why is it there? It's just annoying. It's just stupid. And it would be fine if only like one of them had that, because then it would actually be easy to remember. But no, there's like a bunch of elements who decided, you know what, we're just not gonna abide by. We're just not gonna abide by this. We're just gonna be annoying for no reason. And I think that's stupid. I think that's really stupid. Oxygen on top. True, we need oxygen, so... I mean, gold, money. Was silver? Okay, yeah, no, so yeah, I knew it. Silver's the other scummy one. AG? And we're keeping up the trend of it being called silver. It does not have A or G in the name. Why is it AG? That's so dumb. Why? Why? Why is it like... I hate elements to do this. This is so stupid. It's dumb. I'm not having it. Promethium is PM, and that makes sense, but promethium, PM. Potassium should be PT. Potassium, PT. That would make, so, or just P. That would make so much sense, whereas there already a P. There might be. Phosphorus. Is phosphorus... Is a symbol P, okay. Well, we can make pH. Why isn't phosphorus pH and then potassium P? We need to rework the element. The periodic table is stupid. We need to have a good naming rework done on the whole thing. Okay, we got a good rant on we got a good rant on elements. We got more talk there than colors. Wait, so the reason why periodic table elements have weird letters is because they come from Latin? Like silver is yeah, it's all Latin words, which I've been annoyed at for ages because no one speaks Latin. We have versions of it, which is just like being inherited from other countries, like evolving from it. But we don't really use Latin now. So why are we doing that? Like, it's fine with... Well, I mean, actually, it's worse. At least they sound somewhat similar sometimes. It's so bad with species. Like you look up a species. Like, let's go, like... what's a species? A fur seal. I don't know. Wow, it's a fur seal, right? That's great. It's a fur seal. And then, but then no, it's not. It's not a fur seal. It's actually, where is it? It's like you have to go by its flippin' taxonomy, ancient Greek name. Like, why? I wanna know that. Like, no, its name is not the Architeuthalaphus. That's not its name. Like, this thing. That's just a fur seal. That isn't Cornelius Gray. It's so stupid how we're using such old names, yet we have clearly fine, valid, recent names we could be using. Welcome, Darkness Studio. We're on a rant on why Latin and ancient words suck and why do we have them in, like, the periodic table and naming animals. Why? Why do we have that? It's stupid. Why is that a thing? Actually, what's really bad is planet names. Okay. I get it. There's a bunch of planets. We'll run out of words eventually. But I'm sure we haven't discovered enough for us to start needing to, like, name planet, like, random planet name. Like, planet name generator. Yeah, random. I mean, these ones are fine. But, like, what was the new planet? Wait, new planet Earth-like, right? Oh, wow. They found the super Earth, this Earth-like to us called HD 20794D. I don't need why is the planet got the same name as, like, the specs of my PC? Can people not be somewhat original with the names? Just call this guy Caliper. That's actually sad if you had 186 calipers and then you add an F. Like, why? To make something original. I don't know. Scientists. As much as I want to be a scientist, if I ever actually achieve that dream, I am changing the naming system. It's stupid for anything. Everything is such a stupid naming system. What's your favorite degree angle? I like my angles acute, I guess. If I'm eating but then I like them obtuse. That's just my thought. If we're talking exact degree, we're going like 75 degree angle. That seems pretty good. What's up with these questions? I mean, they're getting talk out, they're getting something. There's conversation happening. I do not want to play for 10-minute reward. I'm gonna have to reroll for that. Is there nothing? I think we need to keep them up. I think you are doing a great job. Okay, back to spotted egg. We need to keep up the questions. But the angle one didn't last long because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like angles. I mean, eine angle. I like myself eine angle, but I'm not too interested. Shiny Mythic Royal Trophy 1 in 200 billion just got hatched. That's the new talk. Shiny Mythic. I don't even know what the Mythic looks like. Shiny Mythic? That's a crazy hatch. What was your best pen OG BGS but stat-wise and value-wise? Okay. I I did not have much time on my hands. I only played on my phone back in OGBGS, and I was a kid, so I didn't really have too good stuff. If we're talking about hatching, my best hatch would have been an Eternal Cucumber or Lucid Leaf. I'm pretty sure Eternal Cucumber is higher, like, rarity. But in one of those stupid, after BGS died, there was a bunch of, like, knockoff BGS games that came up. Well, right before, BGSI released, I was grinding this one game. It was, like, Paul's Bubblegum Simulator Reborn Squared, I think it was called. Which is just BGS, but they added this one new egg, okay? And I kid you not, within opening 6 eggs with no luck boosts, I hatched a pet that was 1 in 50 million, or like 55 million, which is rarer than the secret pets in this game. And I wasted all my luck on, the ripoff game that's now deleted. So, yeah, technically, if we're counting BGS games as a whole, my rarest pet is called a, Red Velvet. It's a made-up pet. There's 1 in 50 million. But OG BGS, yeah, it's probably Eternal Cucumber. In Totodile, I did trades. I did a bunch of L trades and ended up with different pets. So, in terms of secrets I've had in my inventory, would have been Dice Split, King Slime, Lucid Leaf, Eternal Cucumber, and BGS Plaque. Those are the pets. Crazy, yeah, crazy sad, and I hatched other secrets in that game as well, but they were like Overlord OGBGS rarities, so it didn't really matter too much. Okay, I think those questions have carried us for like half an hour. Those are some pretty good questions. Decent amount of chat from them. Now I'm just hatching Ice Wolves, so now there's nothing to talk about again. I could talk about the Ice Wolf's design. It's a common pet. It looks okay. It's blue. It's got ears. It gets auto-deleted. Pretty neat. Yeah, no. No, the energy's already ran out. Energy's already ran out. See how much rarer the shiny mythic royal trophy is than mythic. Like, if I even hatched a shiny mythic, I hatched a shiny mythic virus. Now imagine that secret-wise. How does that happen? How does one luck max so much to get a shiny mythic? I don't get it. And here I am at 2 million eggs with not even a 1 in 50 million. Okay, I really need to get my bubbles up. Look at this. I'm like the lowest in the server. Yeah, I'm like middle of the road in eggs. I used to be one of the higher end bubblers. Definitely not anymore. Bum, 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 bum. Someone hit 2000 PP in Osu. That's a talking point, I guess. It just came up in my recommended. 650 nightmare eggs. Okay, maybe we'll get a secret. Maybe this is the time we get a secret. Oop. A video saying Chernobyl isn't safe again. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure we're good. Can't be too bad. Does anyone even do the island races? I can't remember the last time I saw someone do that. Bro, I might end stream soon. It's been an hour. It's getting pretty boring. And I haven't really hatched anything to talk about. Does anyone want a free emerald golem? I'll give away one of my 5,000 emerald golems before I end the stream. It's a 1 in 5,000 by technicality. We look at it. Oh, sorry, 1 in 4.7 thousand. If anyone wants it, send a trade. It's pretty rare. It's a pretty rare pet. Bam, bam. You know, I'm getting absolutely nothing from this. Golem key. Golden orb, nothing. Emerald golems alone are probably 0.01 megabytes in your storage. I mean, to be fair, I have a lot of the other pets as well, like 5.7 bow bunnies, 1.8k inferno dragons, 1.9k unicorns, 1.7k lunar serpents, 600 electras. They don't take up too much space if you look at it like that. Just make, oh my goodness, I would have to, if I wanted to make a shiny of all those, I would have to watch the animation every single time. Ugh. Big Amp, it is on offer. One of a kind Emerald Golem. This is the last chance. One last chance for one. Right, I think that's the end of the stream. I think that's gonna be it. So, thanks for watching. No Emerald Golems were donated in the making of this video, and, peace.